Hello there everyone and welcome back to Modded Minecraft. We are back with Shneeky.
Hello.
Kate sends her regrets due to a melting computer system. We turned it off when the temperature performance monitor hit about 65 degrees Celsius. So
not cool.
Not cool at all. So I've got a new heatsink coming for her. Hopefully that'll fix the issue. But in the meantime, we got some projects to work on. And Shneeky, you've been reworking your barrel room here in... Wow. I like it.
Yeah, this is still obviously a work in progress, but as you can see, what I'm doing here is doing several rows of barrels, and we're going up and down instead of left and right now. On the backs of these are going to be where the storage buses are going to go. And if you can see where the item conduits are running up, we're going to have basically two sets of barrels, and then you're going to have the run. You'll notice the corner hits both of those two.
Yeah.
So then you'll have another row here, and then another run of cable, and then another run of barrels. So you're only going to be looking at about 1, 2, maybe 3 runs of columns between the barrels, and I might even be able to convince the facades to look like barrels.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Of course, it actually would look cool if they were supporting columns too, so...
Yeah, either way works. I'll have to play with it and see what looks better. But yeah, going up and down like this, I'm able to insert items on the sides, and then we can put the storage buses on the backs. So I can do a row and then paint it a different color row, and we can do the Super Soarin' Drive thing that you've got with your barrels on the other side.
Cool.
Also, little bit of an issue. Candleberries had a bit of a problem when we upgraded with Agricraft. He changed how he recognizes and auto-populates the recipes and what berries produce what fruit. And so candleberries ended up being seed candleberry, but fruit candle. And so it didn't recognize it, and so it thought candleberries had no valid fruit.
Which is mildly unfortunate, because I think I was using candleberries are actually being used in Thaumcraft.
Yes, however, that is not actually being used on an Agricraft setup, so you're actually good there. It's only when it is converted to Agricraft that it has the issue. I've notified the mod authors. They're working on a resolution. I think this is going to be on Pam's end to make sure that all the definitions are done right. I'm not entirely certain because, you know, I'm not really a modder. I'm not a mod dev, so I really can't make that assertion.
Well.
But meanwhile, we have replaced the candleberries with coffee.
Coffee, and it is fast-growing coffee, I see. 10,
yes,
10, 10.
Yeah, I did some quick hybridization, and so now we have programmer fuel.
Cool. Cool, yeah, I came on and the biofuel system was offline. And so everything was offline. I was very confused and worried for a bit until I realized that it was just the system was off and empty.
Right, and now it is working again. It is fully functional, and it will take some time to refill the biogenerators on the other end. But when we do, we will be good to go again.
By the way, just a word of advice regarding the barrels. Lock your empty barrels.
I haven't actually hooked up these barrels yet to the full system. I've got one block missing there, and I did that deliberately so that I can fiddle with these things before they do.
Cool.
But yes, I will eventually have them either populated or locked before I hook it up to the main subnet.
I just noticed there was 2 boxes of pearls. The other
that happened accidentally. You'll notice one of them has 128. That's 2 stacks of ender pearls as it is. The other one is just kind of 3 stacks of pearls that I didn't have a better place to put at the moment.
Yeah. You gonna put void upgrades in all of these?
I'm actually of 2 minds about that. On the one hand, that would be cool. On the other hand, that would have everything running constantly and non-stop.
Do you have a thought on how to detect when something is saturated? Because I didn't put a void upgrade on a barrel, and I wound up filling up every single possible storage in our applied Energistics system with candleberries.
Oh, well, no, here's the thing. it's all being inserted with conduits. So if the conduits don't see a valid place to go, it'll back stuff.
And then it'll back stuff to your harvester. Your harvester will turn off. The only issue there being the fact that if one thing is full and another isn't, the one thing that's full will block all the other things from being harvested, correct?
Valid point. I'm still working on that aspect. Eventually, I'm going to have a more robust system. Eventually, we probably will go with the void upgrades. Right now, we're not at the point where that is going to be a major concern.
Yeah.
But yes, definitely going forward, that will be something to consider.
Yeah, all the ones in all the barrels at the main base are voided. So.
Oh, and this harvester just moved sideways. It rotated itself for some reason.
Oh, weird. And those are potatoes. Yes. It's funny, it looked fine to me, but that's odd. Alright. Well, it looks like things are coming along quite nicely here. That's cool. I like it. You know, if you wanted to go with the sandstone motif of this room, you could probably make some pretty cool looking sandstone pillars with the chisel mod.
Yeah, that was kind of my idea. Well, you've seen I've done a little bit already with the chisel mod. I've got the bordered sandstone doing the room. Of course, I've elevated the ceiling so it all looks obnoxious and nasty right now, but I'm going to be cleaning that up and making it look prettier.
That is something that time will fix. So, I'm back at the castle now, and you also gave me some excellent advice regarding how to set up our auto essence. Well, semi-auto essence. It actually was a pretty simple solution. Rather than having 16 of these in separate networks, we're just going to do 6 for each cube and have them wired up right here, right on site. So that'll make everything much simpler. Which is the way it was going to be structured anyways, so that'll work. So thanks for that, Shneeky. That's going to make a big difference for this. So I'm going to get this actually finished now, or at least the first phase of it started so we can actually test it.
Awesome.
Yeah, because I've got all the resources I need. I should have everything I need to make the basics. One of the big things I still need to test is... Oh, yes. I got to make sure I actually pull it off of a clean... Alright, we'll do it this way. The hardest part about this is making sure I actually pull a wire that's going to have the right... have a full, full network capability. I want to pull... Because I'm going to need 8 of these things, so I'm going to need to pull 8 channels. So I need a clean wire, which is something I can fortunately do. It's just going to require a little bit of fussing to find a spot to hook it up. I think I'm just going to do it right underneath this crafting bench here.
Also, one other thing that I noticed, the chunk loaders have actually normalized the mob spawning that we had a problem with lagging out the server with the thousands of wither skeletons.
Really?
It's no longer doing that because of the chunk loading now, so apparently that also was a problem that sorted itself out.
Huh. That is very interesting indeed. I'm very interested to know exactly why that was the case, but... Interesting.
I have some suspicions as to why that happened. However, the fact that it is no longer happening is a good thing.
Yes, I agree. Let's see. How am I going to get this from here to there? I've really wired myself into a bit of a corner here. Nah, heck with it. We'll go... When in doubt, go the long way. And take a dense cable.
That'll work.
Make the problem easier in the future. Yeah. Wired yourself into a corner? Well, go around. I even have a crafting recipe for dense... At least I thought I did. Dense semi-conduit? No. I should have enough to do it. Yeah, here it comes. Excellent. Thank you, ME system. Of course, you're going to take quite a while to actually get the full amount, but... Oh yeah, making conduit binder. Takes a while. I don't have it programmed to be pre-stocked. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, that's going to be a thing we're probably going to want to program at some point.
It is programmed. It is actually programmed. It's just not programmed in such a way that it forces a minimum amount to be present.
Well, it's a single crafting recipe that produces gobs at a time, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just requires furnace time is all.
Furnace time?
Conduit, the actual
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The binder composite is a crafting recipe, and then the conduit binder is actually a smelting recipe.
That's correct,
gotcha.
Yeah. Actually, that's easily solved as well. I just need to put a better furnace in that system where it's being produced. Not a huge deal.
Smelting factory with upgrades?
Yep. Yeah. It just has to actually be constructed is all. Alright, so if I take this, as far as possible, this will make everything immensely easier in the future. And I'm still having... I've got to do the flux thing at some point. I gotta flux out completely and get some taint made, because we've never found that a taint biome, have we?
No, we haven't. I would strongly advise doing that in a separate location. Maybe one of the places we found on our way back to base from the village might be an idea, because that's something we want nowhere near our main bases, and that is something we definitely don't want to be loaded most of the time.
Yes.
Because we really, really do not want that getting out of control, and it can get out of control.
Oh, I know.
Very easily.
Yeah, I know. If you play your cards right, it's not so bad, but it's not worth the trouble. And, I mean, we've got a heck of a base here that we don't want to have turned into a nightmare. But no, that's an excellent idea. Let's get doing it at one of those other locations. Alright. And, of course, thank goodness for these Ender IO conduits. They make everything work better. Alright, I just need to go... Ooh, I think I have some facade downstairs to finish this. I think I had some in the painter. Yep, there we go.
I took a bit of binder to make some more item conduits to be able to set up my system that I'm setting up over on our end.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's for. Make good use of it. It's not like we're short on the materials to make that kind of stuff. Okay, let's just reset these. I'm just going to reset these random colored ones. I'm going to go with consistent colors that are easily accessed, rather than the random colors I have set up right now on the conduits.
That makes a lot of sense.
Easy to access colors, which means the 3 in either direction from the default. Alright, so east, red, east, green, black, white, orange, and what's the last color going to be? Brown, I think. It's weird what colors are actually close to the front. It's completely random in a lot of ways. At least it feels random. Unless there's something about it that you know that I don't. Do you know why the colors in Ender.io are in the order they're in? Is there some obvious reason, or is it just the way the colors have been coded into Minecraft, do you think?
Not entirely certain, but it follows the same conventions every time, so at least it is internally consistent.
I agree, yeah. If it wasn't internally consistent, I would probably scream. Working with inconsistent systems is not fun. That is the definition of not fun. Alright, there we go. That's stuff all picked up. Now we run one big line of item conduit the entire length of this place. We'll run it in the floor too. We'll run everything in the floor. Because it's all just going to go... What I've done is I've set up a hopper that actually does the feeding in. I know it's not strictly necessary, but it will make... Actually, funny enough, it's a hopper that's going into a item conduit. It's mostly just there to remind me that that's what that box is doing.
I'm also doing a bit of rewiring of the power line here, so it runs along the same line as the item conduit line, so that it's a little bit cleaner on this end.
Good call, good call. Yeah. All the details. Okay, there, that one, that's an input. Ender.io pipes are reasonably speedy, aren't they?
Typically.
Yeah.
I believe the travel is instantaneous, but they only pull like 4 at a time.
Yeah. I know. There is one, in this base, there is one absurdly upgraded pipe. It's located in the cobble generator.
Right. Because you're needing to process stacks at a time.
Yeah, especially when I was making the compressed cobble for the Deep Dark portal, and then it also came in handy for making the actual singularity.
I can understand why this might have been useful for that project. Yes.
Yeah, so it pulled, and of course there's a transfer node that's upgraded to maximum power. Well, not maximum, but I think it creates something like a stack at a time.
Nice.
Yeah. So neat. Transfer nodes are an interesting little gadget. I do find them quite neat to work with. Okay, we need a bunch of those. A bunch of these. We don't need this, but we're going to need all the crystals. Okay, so now the key here is that once I do this, the bottles can't be moved. Because the button placement and the bottle placement is going to be, have to be consistent if you want to fill the right bottle, right?
Correct.
Okay, so... Oops. Okay, that was weird. Okay, what color was that one supposed to be? East. Is that one white? Okay, yeah, it's white. So, first one is red. Okay. That's weird. How do you... Once you've got a redstone connection, can you actually add a... I don't think this thing can do same block connections. Can it do an... I don't think the Ender.io can do an input and output in the same block with the redstone. Yeah, it can't. You can't. You actually have to travel more than one block. Interesting. That's okay. Fortunately, I have room to do that. It's just a meta quirk of Ender.io right there. tiny quirk, but a quirk nonetheless. Now I know. No. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just get the second set established here. Yeah, this is going to work really nicely. This might actually take a few more of these than I thought, just on a glance. We'll see soon enough, though. Alright, let's program this first one. So to the top, the side, to the bottom, Alright, that's going to leave me no room to get through here, so I'm going to actually have to... Yeah, I'll be replacing this wall at a later date, because I'm not going to be able to actually walk down this corridor once I'm done what I'm doing here. So how's things going at your end there?
It's actually doing fairly well for me right now.
Yeah. Alright, that takes care of that. And then the same thing for the item conduits. What a funny looking rig this is going to be. Alright, well that is all the extraction points. Oh, except one. Okay. Alright, let's program the redstone. So we need a red. We need a... green. That one responds to a green. This one responds to a red. This one is producing a brown and responds to a brown. This one responds to a black, producing a black. Let's see which sides are still left. Produces a white and responds to a white. Produces an orange, responds to an orange. Okay, I think that's all of them. Alright, so let's put a few things back in the system here. Nice quirk of the applied Energistics stuff is that you can actually put items back in the system anywhere. Pretty much.
Hey, I did this almost exactly right. I've got exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows of barrels.
Oh, cool. Hold on. You should not be... Where is it going? I'm hearing a hissing noise. Why am I hearing a hissing noise here? Oh. Why did that stuff go... Weird. Oh, I know what happened. I activated... The crystallizer turned on because of something I did here. It's trying to meet the minimum demand I just created.
There you go. Hey, system works.
Yep. Okay, well, system part 1 works. Alright, so red is producing the Terra filter. So where is the red one? It's this one. That's not a filter that I want. There we are. Crystallized Terra. So on red, we get Terra, which is full right now. And on... Let's pick one that I don't have filled. We'll get the Aqua, which is the middle top. Middle top of the group is black. Black signal. Did I not program this one? There's the white one. Alright, apparently some of these didn't get actually programmed completely right. It's orange. Hold on, that gives me 2 reds, so which one do I not have here? That one's brown. Producing a brown. Did I not actually make the black one? Oh, we've got 3 reds. Okay. Alright, this one's supposed to be black. So that's good. That's the one that needs to have the Aqua program. Whitelist Aqua. And then this one should have been... not orange. Brown. This is supposed to be the brown one, isn't it? No. Is this one supposed to be the brown one? Am I just... Oh! Did I not leave a green one? I didn't make a green one. That's the problem. Okay. There we go. That should do it. Okay. So now let me get some buttons, and if I've done this right, the system should request... I really should only put out the buttons I actually have activated, but I'll put all 6 of these in. So if I've done this right, I should wind up with some aqua crystal going to the... it should wind up in here. Bingo! 4 aqua crystals in the system. Brilliant. The only thing now I'm missing now is the system to actually put the fuel into the fire here. I think I already have one of those. I can just pull this line across the floor. I think the system's going to work, Shneeky. I think it's going to work. So the only other part I haven't confirmed is if I've set things up so that the mirrors will work. I just hope I can remember how those are supposed to work. Insert. Red channel? Was it red channel? Oh no, that's not an auto-storing one. Okay, no, we'll just need... Shoot, it is going to take one more of these. Because I'm going to need a... Actually, do I? If everything's based off whitelisting, actually it won't. What's this one doing? I don't know. Let's just clear it. So we'll get 1, 2 elementum here. Do I not? I thought I had elementum pre-programmed. Maybe not. Oh, there's already enough in the system. Never mind. Let's see, I'm just going to use this interface right here. No, all the slots are going to be used up, aren't they? Nope, I do need a dedicated interface. Alright. All right, we're almost there though. This is gonna work, you know. You still there, Shneeky?
Yes, I am. I'm just getting these barrels all set up.
Requires some serious focus.
It's mind-numbingly boring, but it also is things that I have to continue doing and doing and doing.
Is this not going away? Well, at least you don't have to craft the barrels by hand.
This is true. I've almost got the basic outline of the system set up.
Cool.
You know, it's a shame I can't make a glowing conduit facade.
Glowing conduit facade? What would that look like?
Well, I can make a facade look like anything, but I cannot necessarily make it emit light.
Ah. Right. So you can... Are the conduits compatible with... No, multi-block doesn't emit light either. You can't slice up glowstone and still have it produce light, can you?
They're not multi-block compatible. That's why he does facades.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Elementum in request mode.
Now, fortunately, I can paint glowstone. So I can put in glowstone in the ceiling and in the floor and have it passive light without making any obnoxious torches along everywhere.
Cool. Well, that's something at least. Can always be worse. No, that sounds good. Okay, so with that in place, it's fueled.